here for quite a while, you know how much I love, love, love goals, right? And I love making lists. So I developed this really simple way to show you how you can accomplish something in 30 days. Hopefully it'll become a habit, and it's really simple. So you'll see on your table, there's these little calendars. I have learned that what I put on my calendar actually gets done. If I just think about it, or I put it on a list, I put it on the counter, then I don't always get to it, right? But when I put it on a calendar, I get it done. So I'm going to go through some ideas that you can see in your handout, on the last page of your handout. And my goal here, my aim here is to give you a lot of ideas. Not to tell you what to do. I want you to pick your own thing. I want you to think about your own thing. Maybe there's something that you have picked up on tonight that you go, I really want to do that. So as I'm going through some of these ideas, I want you to think about what you want to do in the next month that can improve you, who you are, either nutritionally or spiritually or physically. Okay, so the first one is a nutritional goal. So you can do something like the plate that Dee talked about, where you actually measure your food and figure out, am I eating too much or am I not? Pretty soon that becomes a habit, right? And then another thing I suggest you do is, if you haven't already done so, is to go onto processfreeamerica.org and listen to Dee's podcasts. They are amazing. And so that is something, like there's a ton of them on there. I don't even know how many, but I can guarantee you can listen to one every day for the next 30 days. And they're about 5, 7, 10 minutes long. Very, very informative and actually very funny too. The next one would be a food goal. So you might want to set a food goal. And maybe your food goal is that you're going to do menu planning, or that you're going to take old family recipes and make them healthier. So every night you're going to go and pick out a recipe, or every night you're going to go on Pinterest and you're going to pick out a recipe that you want to make. Or maybe you just have to give up soda. And so that might be your thing. If you're going, okay, this month I'm going to give up soda. Then there's the fitness goal. Kathy talked about a few things. First of all, you want to find something that brings you joy. For me, I love to walk. So that's really what I do, is I walk. I listen to a podcast, and that fills my bucket. It's kind of hot right now. I'll be honest, I don't do it every day, but that is really what I love to do. It fills my bucket. The other thing you could do is you can work things in as you're cooking and you're doing your hair. So like if you want to do, what are these called?
Calf raises?
Calf raises. I don't know what they're called, but this is what I do. So I'm at the stove, I'm doing this, and I curl my hair, which I really hate to spend time curling my hair, but now I do it, so I do this. And so I'm thinking, okay, and I'm also listening to a podcast, so I'm getting a double whammy, right? So those are things that you can do just to kind of fit it in, because let's admit we're all busy, right? Okay, the next one would be a faith goal. So like Shauna talked about, you can install that app. Maybe you want to do that every day for the next 30 days. That's a thought. Or keep a gratitude journal. I've done this at a couple of classes, and it's been so very powerful. If you think it's not going to be anything special or big, it's very powerful. Every night I crawl into bed and I do this. And I will seriously, I will do it every night. And then one night I forgot to do it, and my husband said, I have an amazing wife. And I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And he's like, no, you're supposed to write that down. Because I forgot to take out the gratitude journal. And so it is really powerful, and it really is something that just takes a few minutes. I do 3 of them a night. Sometimes I do more, but I'm really trying to do 3. The next one is set a focus goal. Like I said, I listen to podcasts. So one of the things I do is I get on my rebounder. I'll either listen to Dee, or I listen to Darren Hardy, or Terry Seville Foy, and I'll get on my rebounder, and it's like I can do something that really is enjoyable, and I get something in that really professionally and personally develops me. So that's something you can do. I always, like Shauna said in the car, I always spend time with the best of the best. And so I will get CDs from people like John Maxwell, Andy Stanley, Bill Hybels, and just put them in the car. So maybe you want to try that for the next 30 days. Or maybe you want to turn off all of your devices an hour before bed. Or don't turn them on for an hour after you get up. because maybe that's what you need in order to fulfill your focus goal. So if you see on here, I'm going to give you what I'm doing this month. So I do this every single month, and I decided to laminate these so that you guys could wash them, and September 1 do it all over with a new goal. So the idea is that you're going to do this for the rest of this month, and then next month you're going to come up with a new goal. Because I think if you have too many goals, you're not going to do them. You do one goal. So this is my goal this month. Computer cleanup. My computer's running slow. I've been putting it off for about 3 months. This is my goal. So what I do is every day that I actually do it, I put a smiley face. And then last Friday I had to check out. Like, I was so exhausted from everything, getting back into the routine. I checked out, spent all day with my grandbabies. I didn't do it, so I put a little X. And so, but I didn't beat myself up, right? Because I know that all those smiley faces were way more than I've done in the last 3 or 4 months. So this kind of system is really powerful. So there's a couple other things that help you with success. One of them is the number 1, start with Jesus. So if you don't know what you want to focus on, ask him. What should I focus on? He may have been telling you this for a long time now. And it might have been a gentle whisper, but now he's almost yelling at you. You've got to do this. So ask him. Maybe something just really popped tonight, and that's the one you want to do. The second one is to, of course, pick one goal for 1 month. I do other goals too, where I do 3 things. I put 3 things on my list, and I do it like every week. I accomplish 3 things. But this is one bigger goal, 1 month. So the next month, you can, like, if you listen to Dee's podcast and you think, wow, I didn't know this about lemon water. Next month, I'm going to start doing lemon water. And so then you start doing that. Because if you do too many, it gets overwhelming. And so start with one goal, 1 calendar, 1 month. The next one is to write it down. Take this, put it on your fridge, let your family know you're doing it, post-it note on your computer, whatever it takes. Another one is to commit fully. And how you commit really very, very much putting yourself out there is putting it on Facebook. You know what? I'm not going to drink soda. I'm going to stop. Hold me accountable. So when you do that, and you can even post your calendar and say, look at how many smiley faces I got. Or, look at all my sad faces. You can do sad faces there too. But X's, whatever it takes. So really put yourself out there and get a friend, a trusted friend that you want to tell, hold you accountable. The next thing is to not to beat yourself up. Like the day I spent with my grandbabies, boy, I didn't even care that I didn't get on my computer that day and fix my files. It's like, you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. So if you mess up, if you have a soda and that was what you decided you're going to do is no soda, and you have a soda, don't beat yourself up. Just pick up the pieces and go the next day. And then the last one is reward yourself. So let's say you go all month without a soda, then go to Sprouts and buy yourself a delicious, healthy chocolate bar. Or a new pair of shoes, if that's what it takes. Whatever, you want to reward yourself. And you can pick it at the beginning. You can put it on the notes down here. That you can just decide what you want your reward to be. And then, of course, on the paper, the last 3 things, stay consistent. So you want to just have this in front of you every single day. You want to be disciplined, and you want to make your daily goal your habit. And last, I'd like to say that this here is something that I would love to hear what you guys do with this, because we've heard so many stories, and they really are encouraging. Stories about how somebody stopped drinking purified water and they no longer have leg cramps. Or we had somebody a couple months ago that came up and showed us how much weight they lost. This is so exciting and so encouraging, so I really encourage you to do this. Thank you so much, and I'm going to ask